science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to ESPNPC.com. Bruh.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WFLQ Port St. John. ESPN Northwest Florida.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Stand by. On my mark.
You survived the workday. Now survive the truth.
Don't you want to have the best 12 teams in college football playing each other?
It's time for the hardest hitting 2 hours on the Panhandle.
I love it. You're coming through. You got it, baby.
Now into the huddle with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz.
It is a joyous day. I love your show.
From the Emerald Coast to the edge of the atmosphere.
You gentlemen lift us up every day.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. It's Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the tiger. The show hottest was side. Better tune in and go watch it. Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even try, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share. Right now.
We are live and local, and it is Friday, baby, right here in the Panhandle. It's beautiful outside. It's so good to have you joined in with us today. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290. Tomorrow's plethora of college basketball is going to be hitting the air starting at 11 o'clock. You got UConn and Marquette, Florida at Kentucky at 2:30, Auburn at Alabama, 7 o'clock. As always, on a Friday, got Jeffrey in the house with his spring break shirt on. Jeffrey, you're looking good today, my friend. What's going on?
I'm going to break spring. That's what I'm going to do.
I hear you.
I'm just going to break it.
You know, the people are starting to come here. They're starting to get here. You can tell the traffic is starting to build up.
Yeah.
You like spring break?
I mean, it just depends, what they're doing, I don't really like the weed smell in the air. Not that there is much of it. But if there was, I'm a pass.
That's the part you don't like, though. But, I mean, realistically.
Well, the traffic, sure. There's a lot of people walking around. They should get their exercise, get their beach bod on.
I think it's fine. I don't mind it a bit. I mean, the traffic is not as bad as what people act like. They act like, if we come on this side of the bridge, you're just going to be like you're in Atlanta at 5 o'clock. That's just not the case. No. A lot of people think it is. It's not the case.
No, it's like two roads.
Yeah. And, I mean, you've got Middle Beach, Back Beach, and Front Beach. So, I mean, pick your poison.
And then there's Nautilus turns into Griffiths, which is called Bay Parkway or whatever.
Yeah. But, I mean, you got all these different back ways and all. Yeah. But the thing is like, when you're at the beach, you're not trying to go 60. You're going 15 anyway. Right?
Well, on Front Beach for a little spell there, about 2 miles.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay, well, as always on a Friday, got Bone Crusher in the building. Bone Crusher, how you doing today, and what is going on?
I've got crabs.
Oh, my gosh.
Is our phrase that pays today. Remember that phrase? I got crabs. Later today, your chance to win $25 to the Lone Star Boil House, plus a lot of other sweet prizes in today's prize pack. Just remember, the phrase that pays, I've got crabs.
There you go. I've got crabs.
Okay.
I don't know.
Where'd
don't
you
look
get this?
at
You ain't got crap.
No.
Who came up with the idea for this one, and where did they get the idea from?
I think it's Bone Crusher, and I think we know where it came from.
Cutting edge radio.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, but either way, good to have everybody here as we speak right now. I know we've talked about it a little bit, but we got to share just a little bit. As we speak right now, the meeting is taking place. You got Coach Saban, Urban Meyer, Tim Tebow,
Condoleezza
Tiger
Rice.
Condoleezza Rice.
Lamb chop.
A lot of people there. I heard Butterbean was there to talk about boxing. I mean, everybody's there.
Joseph Biden.
One surprise
No, he's
witness
not there.
after another.
And the thing is
I thought everybody was going to be there.
there's a lot of people there.
I mean, he wouldn't have much input anyway.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, again, I'm on the other side. It seems like a lot of people are on my side. Some people aren't. At least they're trying to do something. They're trying to figure it out because everything is impacted on this deal. So the breaking news after the show yesterday, we did not get to share, but late last night, the NCAA has now appealed the decision for Trinidad Chambliss. That's right. It is not going away. And this is the exact reason why I think they need to do something, is because I'm tired of hearing about court and football. Football needs to be decided and played on the field, not in the courtroom. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. So, yes, we need somebody to do something because I'm sick of it. Football needs to be played on the field and not in the courtroom. I don't want to see a javelin dealing with football season. I don't care about that. So, with that being said, the NCAA is appealing the preliminary injunction that allows Trinidad Chambliss to play this season, and his eligibility is still in question. Now, here we go. We're right now already finished. You've got teams already starting to practice. You got spring games getting ready to happen soon. And now we still don't know who's going to be the quarterback of Ole Miss. So I think that's exactly what needs to happen. Somebody's got to do something. This is from Trinidad Chambliss's lawyers. Everyone needs to remember when the NCAA famously appealed the Supreme Court in the Alston case and got their teeth knocked out by Justice Kavanaugh, I expect the NCAA to be spitting chiclets in this appeal as well. So there you go.
Sounds like a Mississippi lawyer to me. I'm sorry, joke.
No, that was pretty good. That was some good wording. I mean, I liked it. You know what chiclets are, right? It's the little pieces of gum that's white, and they're going to be spitting them out like it's their teeth.
Yeah.
Because he said we're going to win. So what I'm saying is that here we are again. We still got the option of not knowing whether or not Chambliss is going to be the quarterback at Ole Miss, because now it's got to go to the Supreme Court. Now, there's a reason why the NCAA is pushing it to the Supreme Court. It seems like, you know, when they were losing this case, when they lost the case, they didn't even stick around for the judge's explanation on why they lost. They left the courtroom, which is totally disrespectful.
They knew. Well, okay, they were saying stuff that they didn't like, and they knew the judgment was not unbiased.
In their favor.
No, it wasn't unbiased. It was definitely like slanted.
Right, and they knew that it wasn't going to be in their favor, so
Why
they left,
waste
but they
my
don't
time?
stay.
Those lawyers, you think they don't get paid by hour, but guess what? They pretty much do. They charge by the hour.
Okay, Jeff, get out of here.
Time is money.
You got
Don't waste my
time. You got to be kidding me.
No,
the NCAA is not paying these guys an hourly wage. They are on a retainer.
Yeah,
they're there to be there for that. So
yeah, so even more of a reason to get out, because they're definitely not getting paid. They get paid a flat rate for the whole year. They're not just. I don't want to waste another hour or two listening to this guy just talk his jargon.
Are you going to sit across from me today on a Friday and tell me that the NCAA didn't stay because they were worried about money?
No. It was they just didn't want to hear it.
They didn't want to hear it because they knew that they were going to lose in this redneck Ole Miss court. I mean, you know what I mean? So they knew Jim Bob standing there, the bailiff, with the keys around his waist, that they were going to lose.
Yeah.
And so now they're going to the Mississippi Supreme Court with it to allow. That's why I say you're over here. You know, when I first started talking about with Trump and all them doing the people, you're shaking your head, you're rolling your eyes. Well, then what's the fix? Because there's got to be a fix. You like seeing this? I don't.
Well, get the courts out of it.
How do you get the courts out of it? The courts are already in it, and you're not doing anything. Well, let's just stand around and wait.
You've exhausted your eligibility. Go to the pros. You have a place to go. It's that away. But there's the door right over there.
But we live in a society where you can take people to court if you want to, and they've allowed this to happen. So no, you can't just.
Maybe that's what the government needs to do.
If
take the
I
courts out
wanted
of
you
it.
removed from this building, I would have to call somebody to get you removed from the building, and then you could take me to court for illegally removing you from the building, and then we go circles on court, and the court makes the money, and it stays in the news feed.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, sit there, roll your eyes, turn your head around, spin around in your chair. I don't care, but we got to do something. So if you want to say Trump should stay out of it, the billionaires should stay out of it, Tiger Woods should stay out of it, all these people should stay. Okay, well then who's getting in it? Because nobody else is trying to get in it.
Well, I mean, NCAA should be the one that's in control.
But they're not. They're going to court.
Yeah, well, they got sued, and I don't even think the court should be into it. I mean, they don't know what's really what's really.
But
fair. They aren't unbiased.
They are involved though, and that's what I'm saying. Aren't we tired of it being like we can't just okay, all right.
Every judge should just recluse themselves from the case every single time, and then they won't have any court to even decide it. And then NCAA just says, "Well, you're gone. Get out the door."
Nobody's doing that.
I'm tired of it.
I feel like I'm fighting a case against both of you. Both of you are sitting here looking at me like, well, we should do this, but they're not. Like, I'm getting fired up over here because they're not doing it, and at least somebody's doing something. I mean, somebody's got to step in and do something, right?
So you think there's going to be a solution come out of this?
I don't know, but at least they're trying to do something. It's better than sitting here talking, saying, well, I guess we'll just have to wait, let the judges recruit themselves. They're not going to do that.
I know.
They get paid to be there.
Yeah. They get paid per hour, too.
Give me a break, Paul.
Somebody's got to do something.
How much back scratching is going on in this shenanigan? The Legion of Doom trying to impose their will and bully the league into doing what they want. This is a power grab. This is back scratching. It's none of their business. I don't have all the answers, but this is not the way.
You got Saban in there. You got Urban Meyer in there. You got Tim Tebow.
What are these billionaires doing in there? What are they getting out of the deal?
They're probably in there trying to figure out how they can get some kind of organization.
Their money, how they can set this up to their benefit. You're gonna give the league one seat at the table just so you can tell them what to do with their own business, and just because they get some government funding, that does not give the government the right to impose their will.
I think they do. I think it does. If I'm a taxpayer and I gotta say, I should get a seat at the table. If I'm getting money from someone, Jeff, if you give me money to be here, then you should be able to talk to me and tell me something about why you're here. So, yeah, I think they should do something. Now, who's all there? I don't know. Is it there's back scratching going on? I'm sure there is. I don't say there's anything different than that. I can't say.
What did you say about Nick Saban?
I just want everybody here that can do something. Maybe those billionaires can say, hey, look, we can help you in this way. And boom, the NCAA is like, okay, we can do this, we can do that. Everybody that is at the table is rich. Everybody that's sitting at the table. The NCAA is rich. The SEC is rich. ESPN is rich. Fox is rich. Saban's rich. Urban Meyer's rich. Trump's rich. The billionaires, they're rich. All the people sitting at the table is rich. If they know how to run businesses, maybe they can get a handle on what this is, because obviously the colleges aren't working out right. The players aren't working it out right. The coaches aren't working it out right. Somebody can work it out right, maybe because they know how to run businesses. Maybe that's why the billionaires are there.
I think Nick Saban might have an agenda. You were the one who said Nick Saban left college football because of the NIL. He saw the writing on the wall. So what do you think his opinion is going to be about what's going down? And if he has any influence, he's going to change it the way he likes it.
Yeah, maybe he makes it to where they cap it so that these lawyers that Jeff was talking about yesterday don't get all the kids' money, and so that's why they have to take so much money from the schools. So then maybe it's just capped. Maybe you can spend this amount of money and maybe you can't. I don't know. But all I know is how do you sit at a table and have no opinion? At least Bone Crusher's giving me some pushback. You're like coming up with these scenarios where everybody quits and goes home. They got to have a football season next year. What are we going to do? You're in the middle right here.
No,
are you on his side or are you on my side? What are we doing?
Listen to the NCAA. They're 120 years old at the end of this month.
Yeah.
120 years old.
And what does that mean, though?
That means they've been around, they've existed.
But they've never been in this area.
They've weathered the storm from the CFA, because that was back in the 80s and into the 90s. And here they are, still around. And they're the ones that set the rules.
But the rules are being broken because they're having to go to court every week.
No, they're trying to break the rules. They told Trinidad Chambliss, you have no more eligibility, and then they sue them. No, listen to the rules. The rules are there on the paper. Read the paper. You're a university. You should have an education, hopefully. Listen to the rules. These are the rules. Okay, you're done. Get out. Get out.
But it's not clear. And then you got these judges.
No, it is clear.
You got these judges. Well, apparently it's not clear because the judge ruled in favor of Trinidad Chambliss.
Because he's an Ole Miss grad. He's an Ole Miss grad.
Well, what's going to stop that from happening with Luke Kromeyer that's doing it in Virginia? Because it's about to happen too.
The Cavaliers.
Virginia's about to happen too.
Yeah.
They said no to Joey Aguilar. Joey Aguilar said, okay, I'm fine. Tennessee said fine. They said yes to Trinidad Chambliss. Everybody wanted Chambliss in the NCAA. And now what do you got? That's what I'm saying. It's a lot to do. And I agree. They're not going to get anything accomplished with 20 different people in that room. But if it gets them to the place to where they can get it down to 5 people in the room or 8 people in the room and a solution that maybe can be pushed off to the other side to where they actually work and get something done, for goodness sake, we can't figure out stuff in the government as it is. But that's because we got too many people dealing with the stuff that's going on. This is not a political show, I promise. But we've got to get something done with college football. And no, the one thing I don't want to happen is for this thing to be like in the government all the way in Congress. But I'm saying if this meeting can catapult the NCAA, can catapult the universities, can catapult the ADs to get something accomplished, then we can get it done. So what happens to Trinidad Chambliss? Somebody on the Red 17s text line says, what happens if the NCAA wins? What's his draft status now? Because he didn't go throw.
There's a supplementary draft in May. Or is it June, first week of June? I don't know. It's May or first week of June. I don't know if they moved it recently, but there was a supplementary draft.
What if he just sits out the whole year and goes next year?
Well, then he's not playing for a year unless he goes to the UFL or the European League
and
or whatever.
UFL's already had their draft. So is there even a European league anymore anyway?
Yeah, there's what do they call it? Semi-pro teams or whatever you want to call over there. I sent you a thing today about the Mississippi Tide.
Oh, okay. Is that who that was?
No, but they have, semi-pro teams all over the place. They're developmental leagues, and those kids get paid. There's a team here, Panama City Panthers.
Yeah, they get paid?
Yeah, they get paid. It's not very much, but they get paid, and it's a developmental league, so they develop into maybe going somewhere. And
they need a 40-year-old quarterback to sling the rock.
Have you seen the pictures of these guys?
No. Don't be careful.
You're not walking on, but you're not far off.
Really? I can maybe make it?
Some of them are a little bit older. Some of them are just really big.
You say I got a chance?
You
Is
have
that
a
what
chance.
you're saying?
If they need a slow white boy that don't fumble, I'm there. I'm ready.
I still got a couple more years on the arm here. I could throw the rock.
Yeah.
I can move around a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Would you be interested in going to go see a semi-pro game? The Panthers are here in town.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we might have to go cover it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If their quarterback goes down, maybe they got pads that fit.
12
me in, coach.
12 man for real.
But yeah, I mean, I couldn't see Trinidad Chambliss playing in one of these developmental leagues and going out there looking like $1 million. And no, that's not going to work.
Coach O's coming back to coach.
Yeah. I just think that when you look at how it's set up, I think he's going to be in trouble if they do end up winning, but I don't think they're going to win. I think they'll be able to let him play, and then it'll all go away, and then we won't be able to solve anything, and then we'll have the same problems going forward.
So here's the interesting part. If you do miss the supplemental draft because, it comes and goes and Trinidad Chambliss can't play in college, I don't know how the unrestricted free agents go in the fall time. Yeah. The undrafted undrafted, people. How do they go? They can go to teams, or the teams can come to them and they could just sign them?
Yeah. Well, it says here that the NFL supplemental draft is an annual optional summer event, usually in July, for players who become eligible after the main April draft, often due to unexpected academic or disciplinary issues. While it has not been held for consecutive years, recently canceled in 2024 and 25, teams may bid for players by sacrificing the corresponding pick in the next year's draft. So that's the deal right there. That's what they're going to do.
Everything always gets pushed back. It used to be earlier. I think it was in June, like first week of June, but but they're canceling it, which is baffling to me.
Jack Patterson says that college football should go back to the way it used to be, and you wouldn't have court cases. I mean, I think that it can sustain now, but it's got to get a wrap on if they're going to just allow, because what they wanted to do was name, image, and likeness. They wanted to be able to get the players the money. Yeah. That's fine. But now we've got all of this other stuff, and we're going to talk about the other stuff when we come back from a break. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. They've got the heat, and we've got the call.
And he is toast. Swung on and missed.
With Chris Sale leading the charge and Spencer Strider bringing the fire back to the mound.
It is a 1-2-3 shutdown inning for Chris Sale.
The rotation is locked and loaded for 2026.
Struck him out. Went down and away with a nasty splitter.
Hear every masterpiece and every high heat save on your home for the Atlanta Braves. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good afternoon. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Friday. Mostly sunny the rest of the day with a gentle breeze around 11 miles per hour out of the south-southeast and temps near 74. Tonight we will have some fog causing poor visibility and mostly clouds and be quite warm at 65. Slightly foggy and partly sunny tomorrow and a high 76. Slight fog Sunday with a temp of 73. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement? Check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the Big East.
Zips baseline.
What a shot.
The reverse layup goes as he hits the deck.
That was a wild shot for his first field goal. Tough reverse layup.
As the fourth-ranked Connecticut Huskies travel to Milwaukee to take on the Marquette Golden Eagles.
UConn and Marquette. Coverage starts Saturday morning at 10:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the new Sports Blitz. Call in with your questions, hot takes, and rants at 850-215-6290. The Sports Talk Monster.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for college basketball right here in the Panhandle. Don't forget, tomorrow, starting at 11, you got UConn and Marquette. You got Florida at Kentucky at 2:30. I think the Gators better be on high upset alert right there. And then Auburn at Alabama at 7 o'clock.
Did you watch any girls basketball today?
No, I did not.
Boy, there were some teams killing it out there.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm not a big girls
South Carolina women, they're a 1 seed in the SEC.
Yeah.
Smoked them.
Yeah.
Kentucky. And then Duke was killing, I don't remember who it was. They were just beating the heck out of them. Duke's the number 1 seed at the ACC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I got a call on the break. The NCAA has not fixed it yet. It's not fixed, just so you know. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about regarding the NCAA and all of the stuff that's going on is the fact that I thought this was a joke. I thought it was a clear joke. I didn't think this was funny. I mean, I thought it was just for satire. I thought it was just a way to do it. But I am shocked. So starting 2026, Division I football teams will be allowed to feature up to 2 commercial sponsor patches on their uniforms in addition to the one on equipment. These patches are limited to 4 square inches and are designed to create new revenue streams for the schools. So now you're telling me that it's going to have more money coming in. Now we're talking Bone Crusher. This might be why the billionaires are at the table. These billionaires own these businesses that are going to have patches on these said football jerseys. So now that's what's going on. The effective date is August the 1st, 2026, in time for the 2026 fall sports season. Now listen to this. What's crazy is that the rule applies to Division I sports with potential for even more branding during conference championships. Programs are projected to make between $500,000 and $12 million annually from these sponsorships. The revenue will help fund athletic departments and support revenue sharing with the student athletes. Now, this is what's crazy right here, because everybody knows that all of the jerseys have a contract with who makes the jersey: Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Reebok, all of the people, right? These patches are in addition to the existing manufacturing logos. So in essence, you'll have your team name, you'll have who made the jersey, Nike, Adidas, whoever, and then you'll have 2 more patches. Why not just do it all? Why not just let it be NASCAR? Why? Who cares? Pepsi, Coke, Buffalo Rock,
because it gets
Anytime Fitness, Lone Star Bull House. I mean, let's just put it all over the place. Golf Plus right here in the center chest. Like, let's just do it.
Because it gets tacky after a while.
It's tacky now. 4 inches. You know what 4 inches is.
4 square inches. Yeah, it's 2 by 2, or you got 1.5 times almost 2.7. Almost 2.7.
Yeah, well, okay.
Inches. So anyway, who do you want for Bama? Go ahead and say it. Who do you want on the Bama shirt?
I don't want anybody on.
You don't want anybody?
No.
Well, forget it, because you know what? Tennessee's getting Little Debbie.
No, I think Alabama should get Little
LSU's getting
Debbie.
chicken fingers. We're doing Raising Cane's.
I think Alabama should get Little Debbie. The reason why is because Coach Saban always ate the oatmeal pies. He should get the oatmeal pies.
Okay.
And then he's going to, on the other one, it's going to be a Mercedes because he owns a Mercedes dealership.
Are the Longhorns going to be Dr. Pepper?
No, the Longhorns.
Come on, man.
No, the Longhorns are going to be something else crazy. I just don't. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Oh, yeah,
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Let's hear you vote for Georgia.
Hunt's Pizza.
Chick-fil-A.
Isn't that like in gas station?
Yeah, the hot dog island in the gas station.
Yeah,
You're not
like
you're knocking on Hunt's?
Just
Hunt's Brothers.
Yeah,
Hunt's Brothers
good
pizza.
stuff.
The sauce is
is that the pizza you make yourself? Like
No.
They put it in a box.
They give it in a box like that,
and they're like,
actually, the sauce is pretty good.
5 inches.
Yeah.
4
inches.
4 square.
You know 4 inches. So
Zaxby's is North Carolina, the Tar Heels. You got to pick your Alabama sponsors, man, and nothing on the field though.
No, Alabama.
How you feel about the field?
Alabama's going to be Yellowhammer Wood.
You're right.
I know I'm right.
Because guess where they fly into?
Yeah, I know.
Panama City
They
Beach
do.
Airport. They
I know.
do. I've seen the plane.
But I'm just saying, like, is that too much? Is that too much? Are we adding too much? And what I didn't like about it all is the fact that it said that it helps with the programs
paying NIL
for their NIL money. So that's why they've got to meet. That's why they need somebody to get this thing straight. Because
why?
Because there's going to be so much money.
Because you don't like their uniforms, Paul. That's why they need to get a grip.
It's not about uniform. But I mean, I don't want to see Arkansas with Tyson chicken on their chest.
Why not?
Because the chicken's not that good, especially when you put it in the microwave.
Well, that's the problem. You need to put it in the oven, man.
I just don't.
Or air fryer.
I don't
put some breading on there, some southern fried breading.
Somebody already said on the Red 17's phone line, come on, man, Yellowwood would be on Auburn's jerseys for years. It's the NIL
Absolutely,
money.
100%.
And that's the difference. I don't want it. I don't want to see walk-in billboards. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Hunt's Brothers.
4 square inches. It's not that big.
When I look at a jersey, though, it's like it just makes who wants that? Like, so let me ask you this. So now they're also going to be on when the fans buy the jerseys of their favorite player.
Yep.
That Tyson chicken, that Yellowwood is going to be on the jersey as well. I don't get it. I really don't understand it.
There we go.
I mean, it's one of those things where we've got to figure out something. This has got to change.
Right. Before we talk to a Gator fan, let's go ahead and label what we think that the Gators should have on their. I mean, we're not talking boudin.
Jean shorts.
shorts.
What
should the Gators have? I don't know.
What would Florida have?
I mean, it'd have to be Florida oranges, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Tropicana. There we go. So Tropicana is.
So let's hear. You want to hear what he has to say?
And then maybe like some kind of boot store. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to the Red 70s phone line. We got Gator Jamie on the line. Jamie, help us, please. Help me help you today.
All right. As far as the sponsor we're going to have on the jersey, it's got to be Gatorade, guys. Come on.
Oh, yeah, Gatorade. True. Which is ironic that he said Tropicana because both of them are owned by the PepsiCo company.
That's
right. So why don't we just go, we're going to do QTG because that's the name of the wing of that company. I don't know if you know. Quaker Tropicana Gatorade. Boom.
Well, they sponsor us.
They do sponsor us.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I went with that.
So you're going to Quaker Oatmeal, Tropicana, and Gatorade. Now y'all in violation. Y'all have 3 sponsors.
So what is it?
So we stay in violation.
Yeah.
That's right. You sound like Tennessee, but keep going.
No, I think I was listening to the main rant before I went into the grocery store there. I think the only way you solve this is by making the players actual employees. And I think nobody wants to actually do that because it costs a lot more money and it gives the players a lot more say in things because they can collectively bargain at that point.
Yes, you're right. And then you got to think if they do that, then if they're going to be employees, then what type of insurance are they going to have to pay? Is that going to be something that's going to be brought into it? Because they're their property now, and then the university will be liable.
What's been going on for years is the NCAA has enjoyed the free labor that they've gotten from the players not being able to be compensated, and now that the players can be compensated, they don't want to actually employ the players because they don't want all that liability on them. They want their cake and they want to eat it too, and that ship has sailed. And now if they want to rein it back in and get control of this Wild Wild West, they're going to have to eat it. And they're going to have to make these players employees and just do away with the farce of amateurism. It's just not. Everybody knows it's not what it is anymore.
So do you think, with that being said, do you think there will need to be some bullying for the NCAA? Because the NCAA has always been known to just do everything that benefits them and does not benefit anybody else. So do they need to be bullied by the government and by the billionaires?
The NCAA is toothless in this situation because that's why they keep going to the courts, because the NCAA makes a ruling and they go, yeah, we don't like that, we're just going to sue. And it's been proven that the NCAA cannot win the suits. They can't win. So the NCAA doesn't want to go to court because they know they can't win, because they don't have the power. They are not correct.
Right, and that's the thing.
So,
go ahead, keep going.
And so if we want the courts out of it, they're going to have to, if they want to get control of this again, they're going to have to make concessions, which is make these guys employees, make them sign contracts, and make them have more than a one-year commitment. Because until they do that, it's just going to be, I'm going to get my money this year, and then I'm going to get my money next year. And they're only on one-year contracts. And the schools and the NCAA, they want the ability to cut a player after a year, but they want to also have control of that player for the 4 or 5 years. And that's just not happening anymore. That ship has sailed. It's gone.
And so do you think that with all of that being said, do you think that realistically there has to be somebody else that is going to push the NCAA, because the NCAA hasn't been good for themselves for a long time because of exactly what you're saying? That's why I say something has to happen. You have to have some type of threat to eliminate the selfishness that goes on behind closed doors with the NCAA. That's why they do have it a chair at the table or a seat at the table, but they're not. They've been the only chair at the table for this so long, and now it's kind of imploded on them. And now somebody's got to step in and help.
I think it's going to have to be. I think the power conferences are going to have to be the enforcing committee. Like the SEC needs to step up and go, "Hey, Ole Miss, you're not going to let a guy play for 7 years. We're not letting it happen. So if you want to play him, you can play him, but you're not going to play any conference games."
Jamie,
once that happens,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have a problem with two words that you said, and it was free labor. And I want to try and change your mind on this, because the colleges give them free housing, free food, and free college education. Who's really getting the free out of all this? Is it the colleges or is it the players? Because I'll tell you right now, if you think that that's free labor, you tell me what a high school does, because they get free labor out of them, don't feed them, don't house them. If anybody's taking advantage of it, it's the high schools over college any day, hands down.
I do agree with you, but if you look at the money that college football generates versus the money that high school generates, it's not comparable.
Yeah.
If you look at what the players, previous to the NIL and all this happening, if you look at the compensation that they were getting compared to the money that they were generating, it's crazy to think that it's an equal thing. I mean, we're talking $1 billion TV contracts, and you give a kid a cafeteria pass. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, the percentage you're exactly right. The percentage of what, you're getting a $30,000, $40,000, whatever scholarship that pays for your schooling, $10,000 if you're there for longer, for food, housing, whatever. But compared to the billions of dollars that the university's getting just on their backs is totally, I agree with you. That's exactly the point.
Right. I mean, look at Johnny Manziel's a perfect example. How many number 2 jerseys did Texas A&M sell?
Oh, yeah.
But you couldn't get any of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they weren't selling it because it was an Aggie jersey. They were selling it because it was a Johnny football jersey.
Right. Yeah, and that's exactly right. Look at Tim Tebow, Cam Newton, all these stars that were, big-time stars that never saw a penny or a dime from the university for that. I mean, which, even on Manziel's...
Still selling Tebow jerseys.
Yeah, exactly. They're still there. Yeah, he's probably still not getting any money from it.
Right. And so, I mean, you got to think about, it's not free labor. Those guys were getting compensated. But in comparison, I mean, they were getting, a 1% of the money being generated off their backs.
Yeah, no, that's true. Let me ask you this. Do you think the problem that needs to get solved the soonest is the deal with eligibility or the money?
To me, the biggest problem in college football is the eligibility problem can be solved if they just will, all the big players that are involved in this agree to play by the rules and not everybody try to find a local judge that will flip the table for them. But that's not going to happen because there's too much competitiveness. But the biggest problem to me is the transfer portal. They need longer commitments from the athletes, and if they want to do that, then they've got to pony up something from the other side.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a good point. Well, we appreciate the call. We're gonna take the next.
You can't build a team, and you can't build a team, and you can't follow the team. I'm a big Gator fan. I don't know who's going to be on the team next year. Got no idea.
Yeah, it stinks. Yeah, you can't be a follower of the players because you don't know where they're going to be playing, and they'll go straight to the rival next year.
Right. Yeah, you used to be able to look at your freshmen and go, okay, well, we got these guys coming up, and he's looked good in spring practice, but you can't do any of that now because you just don't know. Even in spring practice, he might not be there in the fall.
Yeah, no doubt.
I never would have thought Bo Nix would leave Auburn because his dad coached in Alabama, right?
His dad coached in Alabama and played at Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Burrow, his dad coached Ohio Bobcats. You didn't think he would leave Ohio State.
Yeah.
Or when Etienne went from Florida to Georgia, it broke my heart, man. I was like, I like that guy, and then all of a sudden I got to hate that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, my
That's exactly right.
I couldn't believe he did that. You don't go to a rival like that.
You can now.
Wrong.
The money's right.
They used to keep you from going to a rival, like you couldn't stay within the conference or go to your main rival. They would stop you from transferring.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but there's no control now. You just do whatever you want.
Well, Jamie, thanks so much for the call. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening, and always a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, man, ran away. I'm ranting about the same thing, so give it hell.
Yeah, I'm with you. We're going to go ahead and go to the next caller. Mike, you're on the line here. What's going on, Mike?
Mike, are you on the committee?
I think we lost Mike.
Okay.
Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, Mike. You can call back. But, yeah, I mean,
I think he's on the committee, too.
He makes a good point, though. I mean, it's the NIL, it's the transfer, it's all of that built into one big ball of confusion that nobody knows where the ball's rolling. Who knows where the ball's rolling?
You want to hear me go extreme? Make them an employee. Make them pay for their housing. Make them pay for their food. Make them pay tuition. That's what a real employee. You want to talk about benefits? Sure, we'll give you insurance benefits, but we're going to cut off those other three things we've been giving to you for free for 100 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're making, millions of dollars, you know who that's going to hurt. It's just going to hurt the ones that aren't making as much money. It's going to be like they're getting nothing when they come there.
Well,
then they're not going to want to go there. And now you're going to have another big problem because the offensive guard that you value at $150,000, by the time taxes get involved, by the time you start paying all this stuff, he's got $12,000 to live off of for this whole year. And that's food and housing. So
yeah, send them the bill and see how they feel about it then. It's not free labor any longer.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. We're going to go ahead and take our next break. When we come back, we'll finish this off before the top of the hour. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Red 70s studio line is now open. 850-215-6290. Set your alarm clock to wake up with the Coach Hales Show on ESPN Northwest Florida. In-depth local and college sports from expert insiders and a dash of controversy.
Can be deadly.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9.
Nothing says good morning like a drunken human alarm clock.
You're live from the J. Michaels studio.
We all know he loves the Florida Gators, but that's okay.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
I can control the world.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Coin and Bullion Reserves is now Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, a new name that reflects what we do best, fine jewelry and diamonds. Same trusted service for over 50 years. Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry at 15th Street and East Avenue. Coin and Bullion Reserves is now Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, a new name that reflects what we do best, fine jewelry and diamonds. Same trusted service for over 50 years. Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry at 15th Street and East Avenue.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the Big East.
Zips baseline. The reverse layup goes as he hits the deck. That was a wild shot for his first field goal. Tough reverse layup.
As the 4th-ranked Connecticut Huskies travel to Milwaukee to take on the Marquette Golden Eagles.
UConn and Marquette. Coverage starts Saturday morning at 10:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The phone lines are open, the opinions are flowing, and the arguments are just getting started.
You cannot give LSU extra opportunities. With just one loss, they can sneak in there. They're playing championship football.
The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson is back, and we're putting you in the game.
He has not turned the ball over.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for college basketball. Don't forget the trifecta tomorrow, UConn at Marquette, Florida at Kentucky, Auburn at Alabama, all starting at 11 o'clock and ending at about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So if you're riding around town, keep your dial locked in on 104.3 ESPN. This is the Sports Blitz today, and we've been talking a lot about the NIL. We're talking about the NCAA committee. I call them that right now, but it's a plethora of people meeting right now in the White House. They're there right now. It's on TV. You can go and see it. You got Saban there. You got Tebow there. You got Tiger Woods is there. You got Urban Meyer's there. You got all these people there. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290, the Red 7T's phone line. We've got to figure it out because it has taken over the actual game. Outside of the Lane Kiffin question of where he's going to coach next year, the biggest story was the NIL portal. Was everything that Indiana did was based off of the portal. Everything that was talked about was how much Ohio State's spending on their roster. This year already, it's about how much money is being spent on Tennessee's or Texas's roster. And then even when we talk a little bit later, we're going to bring this up. We got more people talking about rosters and millions of dollars. And so with that being said, we're going to go to the Red 7T's phone line. We got Big Nate on the line. Nate, make sense of it all, my friend.
Well, I'm ready to blitz this whole thing because right now, in my home state of Washington, I know I'm an implant, but I appreciate you Floridians.
We love you.
Taking me in.
We love you here.
You guys bring me in because them liberals up there are crazy. I'm telling you right now, I used to be that liberal, all right, but they forced me out because I can't afford to live there, so I had to come someplace where I could at least live.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
They've got a millionaire tax on that they're trying to push through their state senate. Basically, an income tax for anybody that makes over $1 million. Now, I don't know how many students at UW or other colleges in the state of Washington are going to be affected by this, by having to pay that excise tax on the millions that they're going to be making for the years that they play there, which is going to affect the recruiting classes, because who's going to go to a place where they got to pay an income tax? Any place that's like that, any state that has an income tax, why would you go there as a student athlete if you're going to lose money? When there's plenty of other states like Florida State, Florida, Miami, you name it, there's no income tax here.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
You pay to play.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Does Bama have an income tax?
State income tax, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So Texas,
so does
Florida.
Virginia.
And so does Kentucky.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? On the side note of that, thank you for telling me about the millionaire tax. That helps me. I'll never move there because I don't want them to tax me.
Don't ever go to Washington unless you want to go vacation and check it out. Great, but I'm not moving back.
Yeah. I don't want them touching my money. So, but okay, go ahead. What do you think is going to happen with this NIL committee that's meeting today? Do you think there's going to be any kind of ball rolling or something?
The biggest thing I hope that they don't do is let Trump put his hands on it, because we don't need it. We don't need his endorsement. They don't need him to get in the pot. I'm sorry, just don't need him. Everybody else is fair to like mention, talk, whatever, because they're outside of the government. I want to keep this as unregulated by the government as possible, because you don't need it. We don't need that bureaucracy in our systems. What really needs to happen, and we've talked about this, is that these conferences and colleges, they need to start treating this like the mini NFL. You have a contract. If you break that contract, you pay fines.
Yeah.
All right? If it's playing time, that's on you. If you're like, I'm not happy here, I'm a fair weather player, this college gave me an opportunity, but I'm not getting enough playing time, I'm not going to make the NFL. Play harder. Play better. You know, don't just say that I'm going to go to a different school because I'm going to get more playing time. What's going to make you any better at that school if you can't beat the people that you're already playing with to make the number one on that team?
Yeah,
if you're going to Alabama and you're sitting at the second seed, you're holding a clipboard. How many quarterbacks got injured at Alabama that were second place that went first in the draft?
True. You're speaking to the choir. Let me ask you this: are you a little bit disappointed that Charles Barkley didn't get invited to the room? I mean, should Charles Barkley be there?
I am, because he would be at least a better distraction than Trump was.
Well, I think Trump is just trying to get these people together. Maybe it's just a meeting.
No,
you think he's trying to get in?
He's got to put his paws on everything. I don't like Trump. Unfortunately, I live in Florida, and a lot of people like Trump. I don't like Trump. I think what he does is he takes the limelight from everybody that deserves the limelight.
Well, there's a lot of light.
People that do really bad jobs, and then after the fact, he plays apprentice, and, you know, him, you're fired. We're going to move you over here. We're going to put this other person in who's not as qualified. So, I mean, it doesn't matter to me what he does. What matters to me is that the people, if they're using that to catapult themselves into the limelight, great. Awesome. Leave the government out of it. They don't need to get involved. We've got enough lawyers on our own, and there's enough money outside the government of their own to make that happen. Now, the facts, these are the facts. Players have to adhere to a certain contract. Teams, to make it fair, have to have a cap. You can't just go in there and say, well, we're going to spend $150 million to win a championship. Pay to play. I mean, I hate it when I'm video gaming and you get this guy and he thinks he's all that and he's got all this best gear. He didn't grind for none of that. He didn't earn that gear. He bought that gear. And when I go in and smoke him on a one-on-one, he's like, what happened? Well, I got all my best guns and stuff and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, I'm just better than you. Ooh. So that's the same mentality that these college students have to have.
Well, what about the Major League Baseball, though? They don't have a salary cap. And as you see, it's the same way with the Dodgers. They've paid more money, got more stars, and the players, they don't want to. I mean, if you remember last year, Bryce Harper told Rob Manfred to get out of the locker room talking that mess because he was trying to go around and talk about it and try to get everybody on board to do a salary cap. And it looks like that they're not going to come to an agreement yet. I know that we're talking about the World Baseball Classic here. We're going to be talking about that at the top of the hour. But when you look at it, that's about to be a big problem with Major League Baseball. So there's probably going to be a lockout if they can't get it solved.
We have not had a problem with Major League Baseball.
That's true.
Major League Baseball's got problems out the wazoo. I mean, it's tough enough to be like, let's say, in the NFL, and you've got to be able to protect your players, but because of that cap, now you can't get the players that you want to protect the players, but at least it's fair. And there's only 32 teams in the NFL. How many are in the major leagues?
32.
Okay. So, but how many players are on a football team compared to a baseball team?
52 compared to what, 20 on each baseball team?
27?
20, yeah, they're almost a 30. Because you got the bullpen.
Well,
You got middle relievers, starters, and your closers, and you got multiple position players, too.
So you've got double the amount of players.
2.5 times.
And you've got a cap. So why, I don't know, if the NFL wants to change and go capless, you're going to get paid. You're going to get the same problems that we have in the college things right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to look at it all the way around. I think the best solution is what the caller earlier said, Gator Jamie. I think if these conferences have got to step up to the plate and keep the government, like you said, out of it and let them be the ones. So Trinidad Chambliss, no, you don't get to play in the SEC. Okay, Ole Miss, if you want to keep fighting this, I don't care what your partial judge said, your biased judge said, fine. But you're not playing in any of our conference games. So, yeah, if you want to sit out the whole season to have your quarterback that's been there for, is going to play 7 years of college football, then fine. Y'all can just sit on the sideline and watch. But you're still got to pay your dues to the SEC.
I think there should be a conference committee that's made up of all the conferences so that everybody has a say.
Yeah.
Kind of like, it's basically you take the top representative from each of the conferences, and it's kind of like the Supreme Court justices. Okay? So you have 9 representatives over the 9 conferences that you have currently, and they have to make a judgment based on the facts on the case. Not a real judge. Not any of this stuff. You keep it by whatever the bylaws are, and if he's trying to appeal to a certain subsection, whatever, he's got to plead his case. If he loses, he loses. There is no appeal.
Yeah,
it's a 5-4 majority, and if the conferences say, let him play, he plays. If he doesn't,
then he doesn't.
MLB, go to the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
And that's the thing. We've got to get it to where it's not going to be ran by the courts. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Well,
obviously, I don't want to get it.
Mamby-pamby students to quit thinking that they're all that when they haven't proven nothing. That's the thing. They haven't done anything to warrant what they're being paid other than, I did great in high school. So what? I did great in high school, too. You don't see me playing in the NFL because somebody offered me a bunch of money because I wasn't that good.
Right.
I thought I was. I mean, it's annoying. It just really is. They don't want to prove it. They don't want to sit there and put in their 4 years and have to sit there with the same team. I understand injury. That's a completely different subject here.
Yeah.
But if you can't even complete a contract with somebody that you signed on the dotted line, they're going to give you a scholarship, they're going to give you food. And it sucked before because I knew plenty of players that had scholarships, and they were struggling just to eat on the weekend.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm with you. We're going to have to go to a break, but listen, before you go, listen. It's beautiful outside. The sun is shining. I'm sorry I got your blood pressure up, but let's just remember that you live in the great state of Florida, and you don't have an income tax, a state income tax. So you know what? If it's this Friday, next Friday, or the Friday after that, you're going to get paid. enjoy yourself, my friend. Eat something good tonight, Nate.
You know what? I will do that. I just hope that they change the pot laws soon enough. You know,
Oh man, we can't go into we can't go into that.
Well, no, but I'm from Washington. What do you expect?
I understand. Exactly. All right, thanks for the call, man. Have a good weekend. When we come back, we're going to talk about the World Baseball Classic. Can you believe what happened last night? Jeez. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
I'm looking at the schools that are most represented at the Combine. Texas A&M, 13 players. Alabama, 12. Ohio State, 11. LSU, 11. Georgia, 10. Oklahoma, 10. Miami, 10. Clemson, 9. Indiana, 9. But Ohio State didn't win the Big Ten.
It's the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good afternoon. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Friday. Mostly sunny the rest of the day with a gentle breeze around 11 miles per hour out of the south-southeast and temps near 74. Tonight we will have some fog causing poor visibility and mostly clouds and be quite warm at 65. Slightly foggy and partly sunny tomorrow and a high 76. Slight fog Sunday with a temp of 73. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
That boot store can help you dress in style, from casual Western wear for a night out with family and friends to a special meeting that requires a fashion touch with Western flair. From boots to hats, belts to shirts to jeans and a lot more for the smallest of the largest in name brand Western attire, including Carhartt work clothes. Shop that boot store for the whole family. Open Tuesday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday 9 to 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia, 15th Street, Panama City, where God is good all the time.
WGSS Lynn Haven, WVOQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest Florida.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the Big East.
Zips baseline. What a shot. The reverse layup goes as he hits the deck. That was a wild shot for his first field goal. Tough reverse layup.
As the fourth-ranked Connecticut Huskies travel to Milwaukee to take on the Marquette Golden Eagles.
UConn and Marquette. Coverage starts Saturday morning at 10:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Panama City, Lynn Haven, Callaway, 30A, Santa Rosa, Freeport, Mexico Beach, Port St. Joe, Youngstown, Blountstown, and Yorktown. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
The locals love it.
Dominating the dial at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. It's Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the topic. The show hottest wasabi. Better tune in and go watch it. Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even try, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share. right now.
We are live and local right here at 104.3 ESPN. Thanks, Little Cash. We are the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, and we are live right here at 5 o'clock. Man, we never thought you'd make it, but you did. It's the weekend, baby, and we're here with you. Thanks for joining us today. If you want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290, the Red 7T's phone line. It is popping today. We've been talking about the NIL and just about all of the meetings going on at the White House today with all of the people there to try to figure out something, you know, and I love it because it really puts people on. You know, there's all the sides to everything, and it's great for radio because we can talk about it and get different ideas and things like that. And I love your ideas, so keep calling them, keep them coming. But we're going to talk a little bit about the World Baseball Classic. And man, I'm just telling you, it's already upon us. It seemed like it was going to be like a couple of weeks away, and then the next thing you know, boom, they're already here playing, and they've already started. So the USA, they play tonight against, I think it's Brazil. And, you know, if you look at it, some of these players, gosh, could you imagine? Like, I just pulled up one of the lineups that was for the exhibition the other day. Bobby Witt Jr. leading off playing short. Bryce Harper batting second playing first. Aaron Judge batting third playing right. Kyle Schwarber batting cleanup in the DH spot. Alex Bregman batting fifth playing third. Kyle Riley catching, batting sixth. Roman Anthony playing left, batting seventh. Byron Buxton playing center, batting eighth. And Bryce Tureg playing second, batting ninth. And then coming out to start, Paul Skeens. I mean,
did you say Judge is playing?
Yeah, everybody. So everybody. Trout's on that team. Judge is on that team. Wow. I mean, they.
So explain this to me. Okay, so this doesn't happen every year.
Yeah,
it does happen every year.
Yeah.
Okay, and a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, they had the major league teams playing different countries.
Yeah, so they had exhibitions between the major league teams and these teams. So, like, realistically, there were some players that were playing against their team.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they're playing for another country.
I wasn't asking you a question to tell me it's true or not. It's true. I watched it.
Well, I'm also trying to think about it because America was playing somebody like 2 or 3 days ago also.
Yeah.
So the American team has got players too from the Major League Baseball teams, so they're missing some of their good players.
Right. So all of the players that are playing on the USA team are from the major leagues.
Yes, but the Mets and the Phillies, like the Phillies are playing Canada.
Yeah.
The Phillies are missing some of their players because they're playing on the American team later on that day.
And Canada.
Canada. Yeah.
So there was actually some games where they had their team that they were playing for their country against their team that they play the major leagues for.
And they play like in South Korea and then Europe and then in North America and everything. So they're playing all over the world and they're having all this travel going on.
Yeah. So it's everywhere. And that's the U.S. team is playing in Miami. And
at 7 o'clock tonight.
And then you got, like the other team. But there was a game last night.
Japan? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And guess what happened?
They scored 10 in a whole inning.
Yeah.
And that's a new record.
And who was a part of it, the catalyst of it?
Oh, Shohei Ohtani hit a grand slam, 5 RBIs.
Slammy, baby.
5 RBIs in the whole game.
And yes.
They won 13-0.
I mean, are we surprised? Because they won last year. They were the champions last year.
Yeah.
Are you rooting for them?
No.
Okay, good. I was getting ready to say.
Do you have a side team?
Not in this.
Is it Great Britain?
Not in this. Not in this. It's USA or nothing, baby.
So if you had to pick the final, who do you want America to play against?
I want them to play Japan. I want us to take it back. I want us to take it back. That's right.
Head on.
I want Shohei to pitch. I want Skeens to pitch. I want it to go head to head.
Does the bracket, because they have different pools, right?
Right.
And then the brackets work a certain way where is there a chance that Japan and the United States will be on the same bracket?
I don't know. It just depends on how they play their bracket, how they win, all of that.
Yeah.
But the other night, the Canada versus the Mexico game was unbelievable because of the brawl and the sliding. They were sliding out of the baseline at second. There was a play at the plate that
it was 9-3. I think.
Yeah, but there was a play at the plate where he lowered his shoulder into the catcher and had words. And then the next batter, he threw an inside pitch
2 times
first, and then the batter stepped out, said some choice words, stepped in the plate, threw another inside pitch, which I think he was trying to hit him right there. And that batter knew it. The batter had some more choice words to say, and then the umpire came from behind the catcher, warned both dugouts, and warned the pitcher, warned the batter, said, "Hey, we're not going to do this." And then the next pitch,
hit him.
He basically, he hit him in the shoulder. I thought he was trying to put it in his ear hole, but he didn't. and then melee happened. Both sides emptied, and
they all came to the middle, and a lot of people thought that they weren't going to throw a pitch, and then somebody just pushed somebody the wrong way, so he flung him.
Yeah,
Number 24.
He threw him down, and then they started throwing punches.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some punches thrown that were from their hips. I mean, you know what I mean? That was like, yes.
Canadians play hockey. They're going to beat Mexico's team up. I'm sorry. The Canadians don't play around.
Yeah, well, they
got some pent-up aggression. They've lost the game of hockey to America.
That's right. That's true.
They want to get some vengeance, and baseball is a way to do it.
So let me ask you this. Who is your favorite baseball team?
Well, it was the Astros till they started playing around with this whole cheating scandal and all that. I don't want to be associated with a bunch of cheaters. So, am I partial to the Marlins? Sure. So I guess I'll and Marlins aren't very good. I know how to pick some losers, don't I?
Yeah. I mean, you got the Dolphins, the Marlins, the Saints.
Yeah, and LSU.
And LSU?
Yeah. We're on a losing streak, by the way.
In baseball and basketball.
Games, we lost 2 games. Basketball? We even play basketball any longer?
Yeah, well, it's looking like you're not playing baseball any longer. That was your big deal. You were one that all the talk about. I think we end the season
on Oklahoma, the basketball team, I think, does tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we go to the SEC tournament on, Wednesday, and we have to win, 5 games to win it all, or 6 games, something stupid like that, because they've done this new bye thing that I don't agree with.
Yeah. Well, so last night when they were playing, I think Taipei, Japan was.
Yeah, 13-0.
Yeah. Shohei went 3 for 4, 1 grand slam, 1 double, 5 RBIs. So with that being said,
he's the man.
Is Shohei Ohtani the best baseball player in the world right now?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say all time.
Is he all time?
No, I was going to say no.
He's not all time best?
Not yet.
What are you waiting on?
Waiting on more numbers, more longevity, more numbers. Give me more numbers.
But I didn't ask you if he was the longest tenured baseball player to ever play.
Career. It takes a career
to be the best. Is he the best baseball player that you've ever seen? That's the question. Is he the best player you've ever seen?
Because some of the players that are so great were before my time.
Is it because he pitches?
That adds to the whole mystique of what he's able to do. Yes. I mean, could you imagine if Bo Jackson played defense? I mean, that's the equivalent of this that we're looking at right now. Bo Jackson playing as a linebacker, tackling people and taking them down and keeping them from scoring touchdowns.
I mean,
could you imagine?
Deion
did that, but no, he's no Bo Jackson.
Yeah, but he played wide receiver.
Yes,
a little bit.
Well, yeah, he played wide receiver a little bit. Sure, and return man, because he wasn't a bad return man.
Yeah. So back to the Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, he's the greatest player on earth right now in baseball. Yes.
And how long has he held that mantle?
Probably 2 years.
Just 2?
Yeah, at least.
I mean,
Judge has been a dominant player for a while, and now we got Raleigh.
No, Kyle Riley just had a great year.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen again. I'm sorry.
Really?
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Sounds like a little wager you want to bet.
I mean, I'm not a betting man, but I'll be clear and able to take your money, however much money you want to give me, because that's what you'd be doing. He's not going to have another.
Okay, so if he has a bunch of home runs and RBIs he hits 275.
He's not.
He's not in the conversation.
Yeah, he's not, but he's not going to. How many? Okay, I'm going to say.
Because he didn't hit, 256 or whatever he hit last year?
He's going to hit 35 to 40 home runs this year. He will not be in the 60 area.
Wow.
Yeah. You think so? You said you wanted to bet on that.
No, I'd bet that he hits more than 53.
Wow. No, he's not going to do that.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will. But I think I'm just going to say it. And listen, I'm a big baseball fan. Favorite baseball player was Ricky Henderson. Favorite.
I won't disagree with that.
I loved, and Ricky, one of the things about Ricky is he talked in the third person. I loved it. You know, Will Clark tells a story about he gets on base. I don't know if he got a hit or if he walked or whatever. And he asked Ricky, he said, "How you doing, Ricky?" Ricky's doing good. He said, "Oh yeah, Ricky." He said, "What's been going on with you?" He said, "Not much, but Ricky's about to be at second." So, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I loved him. So with that being said, I'm a baseball fan.
He's a top 5 for that era that he was in. You know, Nolan Ryan was a big fan. I was a big fan of Nolan Ryan. Ozzie Smith, even though I wasn't a Cardinals fan, I appreciated him.
Yeah, but Ozzie Smith didn't hit very good. He wasn't a 300 hitter or anything, and he didn't hit home runs. Ozzie Smith was a good glove.
Yeah.
And he could do backflips.
And I liked Clemens before the whole steroids.
Yeah, I like Clemens a lot.
Yeah.
And I like Maddox and Glavine. And all of those guys too. But, you know, like Pete Rose and, Mike Schmidt. And, I'm naming guys that were big. Kyle Ripken was great. Joe Morgan was great.
Mike Piazza.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I think there's a lot more people better. But, when you look at Miguel Cabrera, but then you look back and you talk about, Ted Williams and Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle, and you talk about all those guys. I think Shohei Ohtani could play in any era of baseball. You know, we talk about, when you talk about the greatest in basketball, and you talk about, well, Michael played against a bunch of plumbers, or, that whole thing, or Bird was not, Bird couldn't play now, or, or Steph couldn't play back then, or LeBron would be a baby. Speaking of LeBron, he hurt his arm.
Shaq would have hurt LeBron, and LeBron wouldn't have been able to play 3 seasons in a row. I'm just saying. No, I'm telling you right now.
So
100%. LeBron cannot play in the 90s.
Would Shaq been able to?
He would have hurt him.
I don't know.
He would have hurt him, and he would have not been available. And that's your number one availability, is your number one thing.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I do. And Barkley would have probably put an elbow on him after that.
Yeah. LeBron, though, 6'8", 260 pounds.
And he would have been flopping and crying, because they don't. That's what they do now.
Yeah.
He's a soccer player is what he is.
You're going to get all these people mad at you today.
They can get mad about LeBron because, come on. I'm tired of the flopping. 21 years of flopping.
Yeah. With Shaq, 23 years. This is his 23rd year.
Really?
Yeah.
Please get him out of here.
You ready for him to leave?
I'm for him
Exit the building?
Exit the building. No, but he's going to have a year next year where he's going to say, "I'm leaving, guys. Y'all going to miss me?" No, we're not going to miss you. We've been waiting for this time.
We've been waiting.
We've been waiting for this.
Yeah. So,
yep.
So Shaq, though.
Yeah.
You brought him up because you loved him, because you went to school with him.
Yeah.
Or friends. When is he coming on the show?
Ooh.
Yeah, right. So, listen, you don't know Shaq. He'll come on the show before he comes to your house. I'll tell you that.
He'll never come to my house. It's not a big enough house.
Yeah. So, could Shaq been able to dominate back in the day against Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, those guys? For sure, right?
Dominate?
Yeah.
He has so much more meat on him.
Yeah.
These other guys were tall, but they were skinny for the most part.
He would have dunked all over Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, he would have slammed some people, and they would have been.
Is Shaq the greatest center to ever play?
Ooh. The problem is, I'm going to show my love for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I love his skyhook, and you can't stop it because it's way up over here, away from the basket. You're trying to block him over here. You can jump up and down all you want, but There's nothing stopping that ball unless you goaltend.
Yeah, but could he have gotten close to the basket because Shaq would have pushed him out so far?
Well, he
would have never got any position on him?
I think he probably would have pulled a jump shot on him. I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was insanely good. I don't know how he didn't have more titles.
So
he got, like one in Milwaukee?
Yeah, but is he the greatest center of all time?
That's up for debate.
See, I think Shaq is the greatest dominant center that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that we may never see again.
Yeah.
There's nobody that...
And Wilt's 3?
I think Wilt's better than Kareem.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Because they actually played against each other.
I know. And
Wilt dominated him.
Wilt did dominate, but he doesn't have the titles.
Yeah, well, he didn't have Magic either.
That's true.
So,
well, Kareem, he only won one before Magic got there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying. So, really, for me, I just, that's just me. That's how I feel about it. But when you look at how good Shohei is, I just think he could hit it all. Now, back in the day, back a long, long time ago, they used to use foreign substances all on the ball, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it wasn't coming like it is now, and he hits it. Mm-hmm. The breaking balls, the sliders, the sweepers, the changeups, there's good of pitching as there's ever been in history.
Yeah.
Would he have been able to, hit with, against Greg Maddux or Glavine or Nolan Ryan like you talked about? I think so, because his swing is it's just so good, and he just puts the bat on the ball, and that's the thing. So as much as I love those other guys, I'm going to say that Shohei Ohtani is probably the greatest player of all time. The year before, don't forget, the year before, he wanted to prove how good he was, so he stole all those bases. Like, hey, guys, I could do this. This year, I honestly think he's going to prove how dominating of a pitcher he is. As long as he stays healthy, I think he's going to be as good a pitcher as what Skeens. I think they're going to be talking about him being on Skeens' level for pitching.
So. I don't believe that.
Because he throws triple digits.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I really believe.
Let me remind you of one thing. Expansion. When they had like 20 or 24 teams, now they've got 32 teams in baseball. You know how many more players that are in the league who wouldn't be in the league if it was a smaller league? And you're constantly going up against the best. Back then, now you're playing second-tier players. I'm just saying.
But players are better now. They are.
So there's more good players.
There's more good players.
Yes. But back then, you were playing the best of the best week in and week out. There was no cruddy teams, There were all quality players out there.
Yeah.
The best of the best. That's why I'm completely against expansion. 32 is more than enough. We don't need any more.
Yeah.
And basketball, too.
So does that shock you, though, that I say that Shohei is the greatest baseball player to ever play?
It doesn't shock me. I think it's in the conversation, and they will debate. But, I'm just going to say watch and see, and then he will be the one.
Yeah.
Because I expect it, I guess.
You know who I think is the second best hitter ever?
Babe Ruth?
No.
Who? No, tell me Mark McGwire or Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
Bonds, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like that, do you?
Well, I mean, I don't like him as a person.
Yeah.
But he's up in there.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got to talk about the NFL some more because there's been some more people let go. You got to listen to this. It's the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Call or text in now on the Red 7T's studio line. 850-215-6290. Your home for college basketball. ESPN Northwest Florida.
The number 5 Florida Gators travel to Lexington this Saturday to put their 10-game winning streak on the line.
Cooper Josephsburg nails the three.
It's Florida at Kentucky. We'll have live coverage from Rupp Arena coming up Saturday at 2:30 on your home for the Florida Gators on the Gulf Coast.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. Tonight there will be a light breeze out of the east-southeast, some fog causing poor visibility, and 65. A mixture of slight fog and some sun tomorrow morning, about the same at 73. In the afternoon and evening, partly sunny and a high of 75. About the same at 73 Sunday, and we'll have slight fog in the morning and then mostly clouds. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Jackson Hewitt knows taxes are complicated, and with multiple jobs and tax forms, they're like sonata complicated. Our no surprise pricing keeps things simple. Jackson Hewitt does your taxes for only $149 or less. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back. So what are you waiting for? Hurry. File with Jackson Hewitt today for only $149 or less, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the Big East.
Zips baseline. What a shot. The reverse layup goes as he hits the deck. That was a wild shot for his first field goal. Tough reverse layup.
As the fourth-ranked Connecticut Huskies travel to Milwaukee to take on the Marquette Golden Eagles.
UConn and Marquette. Coverage starts Saturday morning at 10:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The new Sports Blitz.
Oh, yeah!
Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for prize pack giveaways, baby. We got $25 Lone Star Bull House and a plethora of other things. We are excited about giving it away. You got to listen so that you know what the catchphrase is. And if you did not hear it, man, I don't know. You may have to go back and try to figure it out. But it's got something to do with seafood. Yeah, there we go. But don't forget, also tomorrow, got a big lineup for you. UConn at Marquette, Florida at Kentucky, Auburn at Alabama. Don't forget, you can call in and be a part of the show. 850-215-6290, the Red 7T's phone line. You know, we got to talk about the NFL. Been some big-time news going out today. Another source says the Raiders are releasing last year's quarterback, Geno Smith, barring a trade before the start of the new league year. By releasing Smith, the Raiders will open up $8 million in salary cap space while taking on $18.5 million in dead money. You know, some of this stuff gets so convoluted whenever you're talking about all this money. It's like, what does dead money mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? You know, who's eating this? Who's doing that? Do you think they really are? Do you think I have no idea. Geno Smith, where do you rank him as far as your top 5 free agents, quarterbacks?
What? No, he's not a top 5.
Not top 5 available.
No.
Okay, go ahead and give me your top 5 quarterback that's available right
He's
now.
not one of them. That's how much I know.
So Geno Smith is not.
Kyler Murray is obviously a top 5, right?
All right. Who else?
Oh, who's even a free agent? Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins is another one.
Yeah. The Indianapolis Colts had Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is
still a free agent.
Yeah. I mean, he's in transition tag, which means he can be offered a free agent contract. So, yes, he's available.
So he's not unrestricted.
Right.
Free agent. Okay. I even know who else we have. Is Joe Flacco?
Yes, Joe Flacco's available.
I'm not sure if he's a top 5.
He's not a top 5.
He's a top 10, but he's not a top 5. I don't even know who else we have out there.
I mean,
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis is in there.
Yeah, he's a top 5. Okay. He's probably 4 or 5. Probably.
He's probably 1.
So I've already named 4 of them.
Who's 1?
Not including Flacco. Who's number 1?
You said Murray's number 1?
No, I'm not saying Murray's number one. I guess Kirk Cousins. I mean, he's won playoff games, right?
Yeah, but he's old.
Or maybe he's won playoff game. No, actually, he's probably won one with the Redskins and then one with the Vikings.
Yeah,
and that's it.
He did the whole bit. Did you see that?
No, that's not what he said.
What did he say?
He said, you like that? You like that?
Yeah,
you like that?
That's what it is. Yeah. And Bone Crusher's crying right now because he left his beloved Atlanta Falcons. So you don't hold Tua at any rate as being
Tua
part of that.
Is a free agent.
He's going
not
to be.
yet.
He's going to be. It's all signs are pointing to that. And then Mac Jones. What about Mac Jones?
You love them Alabama guys, don't you?
I didn't say Tua was a top 5, but I did say Mac Jones is a top 5.
Yeah,
I think
you did.
so.
Yep.
I think so. I think he.
And you were just talking about Alabama quarterbacks not panning out.
They
but
don't.
we got 3 guys in the conversation because Jalen Hurts, I count him as an Alabama guy. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
you win enough with a team, you're still a part of that team. Joe Burrow never won with Ohio State. He's not Ohio State.
Because he never started.
Yeah. I think
if he'd have started there.
Like 16 throws or something like that in
know.
2 games or
but
something like that.
But if he would have started, then you would have counted him as an Ohio State guy.
Yeah, he was probably playing Miami of Ohio or Toledo.
Yeah, he was playing.
He came in fourth quarter.
Well,
so I mean, Mac Jones, sure, he's up there too. Kyler Murray.
Who do you want the Dolphins to get? That's your team. Give us who you want the Dolphins to get.
I hate this because you know why? There's nobody to draft either.
Yeah, this year's draft is horrible.
And who do I like?
Carson Beck.
Are you going to trade for Joe Burrow? Make me happy.
What? You want Joe Burrow with the Dolphins?
Why not?
Because you can't take on his salary.
Because I'm a fan.
That's think why. Joe Burrow would do anything different with that offensive line?
It's got to be better than that Bengals offensive line because repeatedly they are just not good.
And you know what they didn't do? They did not update their offensive line yet. So there you go.
Do you know who's the losingest teams in the last 10 years?
The Saints.
The Saints are not in the list of the last 10 years losers.
The Browns.
The Browns, I think, were like number 3.
Mm-hmm. The Cardinals.
You'd be surprised at who number 2 is. Cardinals, I think, were like 4th or 5th or something like that.
The Giants.
The Giants are number 2. That's the shocker. Mm-hmm. I could not believe the most losingest teams in the last 10 years. What's number 1?
The Falcons?
No. Falcons did not make the top 10 list.
In the last 10 years.
Last 10 years. 10 losingest teams. Number 1.
I know I should get this.
You said Giants are 2, which I was shocked that you even say that in the first 5 teams that you just named.
I'm trying to figure out the Panthers.
Panthers were I think they were around number 4. Yeah, I think they were number 4. Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Raiders? What's that?
Raiders?
Raiders were in the top 10, yes. But number 1, y'all got to...
Jacksonville is not?
Jacksonville was in the top 10, but
I knew they
y'all still haven't nailed number 1.
Okay, well, give me just a second because I don't want to
And then I'll tell you who number 10 was. What a shocker.
Who is the Jets?
The Jets.
Duh.
The Jets are the worst team in the last 10 years as far as wins and losses go.
And then you got the Jets and the Giants.
Yeah, the Jets and Giants are 1-2.
So is New York the worst state in football?
In football, they are, but not in baseball. They're killing it in baseball. And what do the Knicks do? Nothing. So they don't own basketball either. But the shocker was, and the whole list for me, was not only that the Giants were number 2, worst team in the last 10 years, but the Bengals were 10th. Worst team in the NFL in the last 10 years. And they've been to the Super Bowl.
That's believable. They only had one really good year.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you look at it, they really only had one good year.
Because Andy Dalton was like 12 years ago, probably. Right?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I think Dalton left, and then A.J. McCarron came, and then Burrow.
Yeah, and they were not good.
They weren't good either way. So
but that was a shocker to me, was the Giants were 2. I totally thought that they would be like 6, 7, or 8 maybe in that list, and then the Bengals were 10th, so they barely got in that list.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, and the Saints weren't anywhere close to that because they've made the playoffs like 4 times the last 10 years, and I think they won 1 playoff game.
Well, they've just been one of the worst in the last 2 years.
Yeah, the last 2 years because they won 5, and then this last year they won 6.
So we got a weird story, all right? So this is kind of weird talking about the NFL free agency, and Rashawn Gary defensive end for the Green Bay Packers, wrote on his social media page today, when I got the call in 19, it was one of the greatest moments of my life, and it will always be. The opportunity to represent Green Bay and Packer Nation across the country and around the world is something I will never forget. Like all chapters in life, this one has to come to an end. I want to thank everyone who supported me and my family and blah, 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 the love, the energy, and all that. On to my next stop. Nowhere near done yet. All 6'5", 275 of me can't wait. What's odd and crazy about this?
It's still under contract.
Gary has not been released at this time, and no definitive action has been taken. All options still remain on the table, including a potential trade. So it just came out of the blue.
Forcing for him to leave.
It sounds like he just.
I'm not requesting a leave. I'm demanding a leave.
I'm telling you I'm leaving, and you can do whatever you want about it.
I don't like this cold weather any longer.
So it's just kind of crazy to me. I was just wondering. Another request was made today by Joe Mixon, the former running back. The move says to save the Texans $8 million against the cap. Do you think that had anything to do with David Montgomery coming?
No. I mean, I guess partially, but they already have two running backs. They have Woody Marks, who's a rookie who's got like 700 and something yards. And then they have Chubb. Now they have Montgomery.
Yeah, but Chubb is...
This room's too full. Somebody's got to leave the room.
Chubb might have to leave. I mean, Chubb is older.
500 yards.
I thought you were going to say 500 years old because he's old. He's definitely old.
Yeah.
So, he needs to hang it up, right? I mean, I get it. He's from Georgia. Bone Crusher loves him. Yep. He was great there. But, he needs to go. I mean, what was the other running back's name? Todd... Sony Michel. It was Chubb and Sony Michel. They were together, and Sony Michel's already gone. You know, and they were the same age. So Chubb needs to go be a running back coach somewhere. He's a great guy.
I hate that these running backs don't get past like 32 years old.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Derrick Henry is unicorn. So if Derrick Henry plays 2 more years and continues to be as dominant as he's been the last couple of years, will Derrick Henry be called the greatest running back to ever?
No, not the greatest running back. Heck no. No way. Oh no, you're way out. You're way out there. No, not even top 5.
If you have one, what?
No,
if you have one season to have Derrick Henry running the ball in any era,
it doesn't. No,
you wouldn't take him.
Have you seen these other guys that have run in the past?
Have you seen Derrick Henry?
I've seen him. He's a big fat. He's
not fat.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but he's a specimen. He really is.
He's a unicorn.
But you know what? You can measure height and size and width and everything, but it only means so much.
Have you
need
seen
to
him
get in that end zone, guy. You got to get in the end zone.
How many touchdowns does he need?
He needs a lot more than what he has.
Oh my!
He is not a top 5 of all time.
Who's your top 5 of all time? I know we got plenty of time.
We got Walter Payton. Okay. We got O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
We got Jim Brown.
Okay.
We got Emmitt Smith. And we got Barry Sanders.
Okay.
And Eric Dickerson's on the outside.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But Eric Dickerson wasn't the best running back in football at the time of his career every year that he played.
Before Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith got in the league, yes, Eric Dickerson had 2 years where he was the man.
2 years.
Yeah, and they were both at the Rams before he went to the Colts.
What about Marcus Allen?
Marcus Allen is probably top 15. He's not top 10.
Is Derrick Henry top 15?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is Adrian Peterson top 15?
Yes, and so is LaDainian Tomlinson. Yep.
I don't know.
You don't think LaDainian Tomlinson is not top 15? Is Sean Alexander top 25? You like them Alabama boys?
Maybe.
Second best Alabama running back of all time? Sean Alexander?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's top 25.
Is Leonard Fournette even in there?
No, he's not. What a flash in the pan.
I thought he was the best thing ever since Alabama held him to 4 yards.
He was incredible in high school. He had one humongous sophomore year, I think it was, at LSU. He was unstoppable except for one game. Bama just shut him down to 67 yards or something stupid like that. Because he's running.
It was less than that, brother. It was less
awful.
Than that. It was less than 40 yards. Let me tell you why.
God.
Let me tell you why. It was the year that he turned pro. It was less.
No.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes. Let me tell you why.
Why?
The reason why I know this is because he was less than 40 yards, and they said all the Alabama players need to watch because this is what LaDainian Tomlinson looks like running 40 yards at the combine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they held him under 40 yards. That's why I knew. Yeah. So
he had like multiple 200-yard games.
Yeah.
He's running over people. He looked great and all that. And then, he was okay at the Jaguars for a little bit. And then he went to another team.
Tampa Bay.
Remember. Yeah, Tampa Bay, yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. So the Bills are releasing Curtis Samuel, who had 38 catches for 334 yards in 2 seasons with the Bills.
Two seasons, he had 340 yards.
The move will save the Bills $6 million in cap space. Well, you know as well as I do, they're getting rid of their wide receiver room because they've added, and now the Bills up until today had the most expensive wide receiver room in all of the NFL, and their room was not very good. So it's just really, really weird about how, they had all of these people there and paying all this money, but they didn't really have any good wide receivers. So is A.J. Brown coming there? So listen to this real quick.
I just say right now, the Saints fans were lighting up things today for Diggs to come.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how true that is because you know how Saints fans are.
So players not tagged today who will be allowed to become free agents next week. All right, so this is today.
Okay.
Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker, Colts wide receiver Alec Pierce, Chargers defensive end Owe. I don't want to pronounce his first name. Jaguars running back Travis Etienne.
Okay.
And Ravens center Tyler Linderbaum. I think he's signed. And then Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, that's a big name.
Yeah. You think so?
Oh, yeah.
See, I thought Travis Etienne. It's a little... I don't understand. I guess maybe the age is starting to be... Do you think the running back rooms in the NFL now, where you've got 2 running backs, that they don't really want to spend money on the marquee back as much anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, these guys are still getting the big money. But when you look at it, well, even him, he's kind of dropped off. Yeah. So, as they get older like this, because Kamara is probably almost 30?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, I mean, his time is almost done. And he's been unhealthy at times and all that. So, on this list, though, that I just named, to me, Travis Etienne was the biggest one because he really did well with Trevor Lawrence. I thought it was going to be one of those things where Trevor Lawrence kept him there because that's his boy. That's his guy. They've been together since Clemson. They've talked about each other. They're best friends, all this stuff. It's the same thing with Burrow and Jamar Chase. Whenever they were talking about Jamar Chase possibly leaving, Burrow stepped into the room and said, hey, man, this is my guy. Let's keep him here. All of this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be able to throw to him because y'all are not getting any offensive linemen, but at least I can throw the ball up. And,
to my friend.
Yeah, to my friend. Yeah. So, but for you, the way you made the response to Trey Hendrickson, that was the bigger shock to you. Don't you think it's time for them to move on from him, though, for the Bengals? He came back this year, didn't really do much.
Well,
he wasn't great.
Well, hopefully he'll come back to form.
But he's also older, too. Mm-hmm. Why is it a shocker to you that they let him go?
It's a big name. I mean, I think he has a lot of potential.
Alec Pierce was the one for me that was another one that I really wondered. So the Atlantic's Daniel Popper, he does have Trey Hendrickson at number 1 of the free agency, as well as Jalen Phillips, the edge rusher that came over from the Dolphins to the Philadelphia Eagles for the 1 year. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker for the Jaguars. Daniel Jones, number 4 at quarterback. Tyler Linderbaum. And then number 6, Mike Evans. And then number 7, Kenneth Walker.
Mike Evans was 6th?
Yeah. Malik Willis is number 8. Travis Etienne, here he is at 9. And then Alec Pierce, the wide receiver from the Colts. Number 10. So, I mean, there's some names on here. Khalil Mack is up again. Wan'Dale Robinson, the wide receiver for the Giants. And Devin Bush. Remember Devin Bush, linebacker from Michigan. So Jawan Jennings, too. Don't forget about him over there with the 49ers. So with those guys.
So who's the team that's losing in all these guys that you've listed? Is it the Jaguars that's losing the most?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I think they'll be able to plug and play. Mm-hmm. I think with the wide receivers that they have, I think they're going to be fine. I think the offensive line's good. I think the Jaguars are probably going to repeat and go to the playoffs. I think they're gonna. I think they're not lucky. I don't think it was a first year luck type thing.
What's interesting to me is in a normal year, if you come in first and you weren't there before, your schedule, because you play that first place schedule, mm-hmm. it's obviously harder, and you wonder how teams are going to repeat because they're adjusting to a harder schedule than they had the previous year.
Yeah.
But with all these other teams like the Broncos and the Patriots and the Steelers winning their division, it doesn't make me think that the first place schedule is as hard as the second or third place right now in the AFC.
Yeah.
Because you have different teams winning. And I'm almost wanting to say a little bit of the same for the NFC, but not as much, because of the Panthers are a first place team, and so are the Bears.
Yeah, that's true.
They won't be a first place team next year.
No. Let me say this. I think you've got crabs. I don't have crabs.
Somebody got crabs.
Got crabs. Bone Crusher's got crabs.
Who's got all kinds of crabs? Lone
Star Boil House. That's right. And another thing is, when you talk about wrecks, there's going to be wrecks at spring break. People are going to be looking off the side of the road, looking at the water, looking at the people walking by.
People.
Watching people walk by. They're going to bump into people. You know where you can take your vehicle? Recommended Collision Center. Brandon and those guys are top notch over there on Jinx Avenue. They do exactly what needs to be done to get your car back to not just running condition, but back to where it's supposed to be. Showroom condition. The painting, the part placement, all of those things are just wonderful. So make sure you go over there, see those guys, mention the station and the Sports Blitz, and you'll get a discount. Those guys do estimate insurance jobs, and they even do out-of-pocket as well. So go see them. Recommended Collision Center, Jinx Avenue. When we come back, we're going to discuss a little bit more about what's going on right now in the sports world today. You listen to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
Jeremiah Love, I like to get in your face and talk a little bit, especially if it's USC.
Okay.
Yeah, I flip a switch, turn into a different person.
Okay. No kidding.
Gotta have a little bit of craziness. Just a little bit.
Why do you say that?
Because who wants to be hit and hit people for a living,
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 11 to 2. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
You're not dreaming. Krispy Kreme's new donut collection brings together the crunching joy of Oreo cookies and the melt-in-your-mouth magic of Krispy Kreme. Introducing the new Golden Oreo and Chocolate Oreo donuts, plus the classic Oreo cookies and cream donut. These donuts are 100% fun and craveable. Krispy Kreme donuts in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme donuts since 1937, where you get them hot.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions. Or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport. The best place in town to take a leak.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the Big East.
Zips baseline. The reverse layup goes as he hits the deck. That was a wild shot for his first field goal. Tough reverse layup.
As the 4th-ranked Connecticut Huskies travel to Milwaukee to take on the Marquette Golden Eagles.
UConn and Marquette. Coverage starts Saturday morning at 10:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Master, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Sports Blitz.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for college basketball. Don't forget tomorrow, 3 games back to back to back. That middle game, Gator fans better watch out. Telling you, going to Rupp. It's going to be a good one over there. If you believe it, say amen. Nobody.
They're hoping.
Yeah. If you want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290. Now, I do want to talk about something real quick. Before we left, we talked about the NFL. I will say this. We talked about Mac Jones, and it's been said that the San Francisco 49ers are offering Mac Jones, but only for a first-round pick in 2026.
Oh, only?
Yeah.
It's about, I'm not even sure if he's worth that.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the deal. You don't think he's worth a first-round draft pick in this draft? What if he wins you some games? What if he takes you to the playoffs?
Well, they got Brock Purdy, so is he worth that for the 49ers? No. Absolutely not.
Okay, but has Brock Purdy always been healthy? Absolutely
no,
not.
He's not. Yeah.
Okay, so
he missed the playoffs and he missed most of the season.
How good is the backup for the Kansas City Chiefs?
I don't even.
How good is the backup for the Baltimore Ravens? How good is the backup for the Cincinnati Bengals? How good is the backup for the Buffalo Bills? How good is the backup for the Dallas Cowboys? How good is the backup for the Miami Dolphins? How good is their quarterback anyway?
Mac Jones level.
But I'm just saying, you're like, oh, you don't know, blah, blah, blah. Yes, they do. They need him.
Yeah.
They need him to stay.
If Purdy gets hurt.
Purdy always gets hurt.
I hated that he missed the playoffs that one year. That was awful.
Yeah, it was.
I hated to see it.
Gonna change the subject a little bit and just want to congratulate Coach Lane Blue for winning 2026 Panhandle
Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year. What? Yes, sir. Coach Blue won it. I know how to pronounce his name now. It's not Below.
Yeah.
It's
got a silent E.
It's Blue. It's almost like Cajun or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what makes my skin crawl?
Crabs?
No. Besides crabs, we'll talk about it in a second. But when you say, and the announcers do too, Etienne.
Yeah.
It's Etienne. Etienne. It's how the French and the Cajuns all pronounce it. It's a Cajun last name, and there's 2 players in the league, and they both are mispronounced. It might as well be Thiesman because it was Theismann. No, because his real name was Thiesman and not Theismann.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So they mispronounced his name for his whole entire career.
There you go.
So if anybody calls and they say they got crabs, I have crabs.
You can win a $25 Lone Star Boilhouse gift card. If you know the catchphrase that pays, call 850-215-6290, the Red 7T's phone line. So congratulations to him. Also, Trent Lincoln was the Panhandle Conference Player of the Year. Yes, sir.
It's a double whammy. Did they finish in second in the conference?
They finished first in the conference. They won the conference.
There you go. The proof is in the pudding.
2 of the other players made first team, and then 2 of their other players made second team.
That's a lot.
So 5 players made first or second team. So there you go. That's pretty good. Another thing tonight that's going to happen, the Celtics forward, Jason Tatum, is expected to make his season debut tonight versus the Mavericks. The Mavericks taking the L on Cooper Flagg's return last night as they played against our Orlando Magic. So there you go. That helps us really push the Magic because they're turning it around in the winner's side. So you know what? I want to talk about something that is going to be near and dear to your heart, and that is Brian Kelly went on the Danny Cannell show podcast, and he was talking about a lot of stuff. And so I know that was your former coach. I know you're loyal to your coaches.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you knew this or not, but he still is very upset, very perturbed at LSU, felt like he was done wrong, felt like it was the wrong moves, felt like there was no reason behind it. He was fired for no cause, is what he says. Did you know that the play that he got hit on the sideline, do you know that he tore his rotator cuff?
He tore his rotator cuff when they hit him?
Yeah.
On the sidelines?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, my gosh. You're not a fan.
So now he's got a
when
lawsuit?
Coach Saban would get hit on the sideline, remember he had the mark on his head? Yeah, I knew about it because I'm a fan of my coach, and I keep up with him, and you didn't keep up with your coach, so no wonder they got rid of him, okay? But the other
that was
thing,
before the Alabama game. That was the only game that really counted.
Well, let me ask you this. So Brian Kelly today said in the podcast to Danny Cannell that Lane Kiffin has a $40 million roster.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, just they need to come up with the money.
You think they gave him a bunch of IOUs?
They could. It could be a loan from the lawyers, and because that's our sponsors, by the way. It's not just Raising Cane's. They have a lawyer firm, and they have all these people in the
LSU Tigers, sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. That's who it is.
You're not very far off.
So y'all going to wear Morgan & Morgan's tag on y'all's clothes, or y'all? What are you going to do?
Well, it's not Morgan & Morgan.
Tiger King.
But after Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, I don't know who we're going to have as our sponsor. It's not Popeyes, obviously, because it's not going to be double chicken. It's like we really like fried chicken more than at Arkansas Tyson's.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Well, you got to pick your Alabama sponsors for sure.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay. All right. So
Moon Pie and RC.
Chewing tobacco, like wintergreen or some...
Well, the thing is that when you have sponsors on your jersey, why? It still makes me
money.
Mad. It still makes me mad.
Because a $40 million roster doesn't pay for itself. So then you're going to paint your field some oddball color. And Volunteers field is going to be orange by the time you're done with it because it'll just be all these sponsors in orange.
I don't love it.
You're going to love it.
I don't love it at all.
You'll be looking at orange field.
I can't stand it. Another one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, and this is going to come, we got about 5 minutes before we're done. But Billy Napier went 22-23 at Florida. The Gators fired him in October of 25. They owe him roughly $21 million in a buyout, okay? With no offset or mitigation clause in his contract. Less than 2 months later, he took the James Madison job for about $1 million a year, okay? Florida still owes him every penny because he didn't have the clause, the mitigation clause in his contract. So compare that to Penn State and James Franklin's contract. Buyout started at a nearly $49 million, but a duty to mitigate clause is in his deal. Helped Penn State negotiate it down to $9 million after he accepted the Virginia Tech job. So Penn State saved $40 million with one contract provision that Florida's AD Scott Strickland never negotiated in his deal. Okay? So with that said, Florida is now simultaneously paying Napier's buyout, the remaining installments in Dan Mullen's $12 million buyout from 2021, and new coach John Sumrall $7.45 million a year annual salary. Napier has committed to directing his bonuses into a discretionary fund for JMU's athletic department. The Gators... Are you listening?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing addition right now.
The Gators are initially funding a Sun Belt program because of a contract oversight. Strickland learned his lesson too late. Guess what? Sumrall's deal, it includes a mitigation clause in it.
Yeah.
So now they're paying not only
they're
Sumrall,
paying 21 to Napier, Sumrall $9 million, 9 point whatever. Okay, and then 12 to the previous. Coach
Dan Mullen.
2021.
Yeah.
So 33 plus 9 point whatever is 41 point something million, and that's nothing compared to what LSU's paying.
Yeah. To
Coach O, Coach O, and Brian Kelly.
Because they didn't put it in their contract.
Well, yeah, I mean, but did we even know this was an option? Because Strickland apparently did not know.
Well, Coach O famously said that when they were going to fire him, they said, we're going to do this. He said, which door do you want me to go out in?
Yeah.
Right?
I'll be on the beach in Florida.
Just let me know what door you want me to use. Yeah. And I had to give away all my LSU gear.
And he's still saying go Tigers.
Yeah. So, but really, when you think about it, did Scott Strickland really make a big mistake?
No. This is a standard in the league. In the NCAA, this is a standard contract.
Yeah, but Penn State didn't do it.
Because you know why? Because they're sneaky and smart.
Yeah.
Sneaky and smart.
They saved the university $40 million.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Smart.
Yeah.
It's smart. And now you're paying for Billy Napier to basically fund getting decent players so that he can try to win the Sun Belt Conference and possibly get in the college football playoff.
Because James Madison doesn't have to... Wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not following on that.
Billy Napier is taking the bonus money that Florida is giving him and putting it into a fund at JMU to buy his players.
JMU is paying him $1.something million a year, which is cheap for a coach.
Right.
So he's actually taking that money and not worrying about how much he's getting from JMU because he's got that other money coming from Florida.
He already had money. It says right here, I just read it. It just says you wasn't listening. You were trying to do too much math in your head and you wasn't listening to the point.
$21 million from Florida.
And he says that Napier has committed to directing his bonuses into a discretionary fund for JMU's athletic department. So there it is.
I'm not sure. I don't think he's spending all the money.
He's probably not putting it all in there, but $5 million is good enough.
Oh,
I mean, there you go.
For
now they're gonna be able to get some people going. So either way, the weekend is here. We're so glad you decided to join us. Thanks so much. Go give us a like, share, a comment on our Facebook page, YouTube page. You've been listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. We will see you Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Your home for college basketball. ESPN Northwest Florida.
March Madness is incoming, and this Saturday, it's a college basketball triple header. First, number 4 UConn at Marquette. Coverage starts at 10:30, followed by the SEC champion Florida Gators